Have you ever dreamt of navigating the silent, star-strewn corridors of the cosmos, not in a vessel of metal and wire, but in the pure vessel of your own consciousness? Imagine, for a moment, the possibility of shedding the familiar weight of your physical form, of rising gently from your own body to witness the world from a perspective unbound by gravity and unchained by the rigid laws of physics. Picture yourself as a traveler of dimensions, a silent observer gliding through realities that pulse with energies and possibilities far beyond our waking comprehension. This profound and deeply personal odyssey is known as astral projection. It is not a fanciful myth reserved for ancient texts, nor is it a special privilege granted only to a select few mystics and sages sequestered in remote monasteries. It is a natural, latent potential within every human being, an experience that can be unlocked through focused discipline, unwavering intention, and a courageous will to explore the deeper aspects of your own being. For those of you who feel the call to take your first conscious steps beyond the veil of ordinary reality, consider this your map and your guide. Together, we will embark on a journey to uncover the practical, timeless secrets of the out-of-body experience, learning to perceive the vast, interconnected universe, not just with our eyes, but with the totality of our soul. To truly comprehend the mechanics and the magic of astral projection, we must first journey inward to grasp the intricate nature of consciousness itself and the subtle energetic anatomy that supports it. Across millennia of human spiritual inquiry, from the sun-drenched temples of ancient Kemet to the hidden ashrams of the Himalayas, diverse cultures have independently arrived at a shared, profound revelation. Human beings are not merely physical entities, but complex, multi-layered systems of energy and awareness. Esoteric traditions teach that every individual possesses a series of 7 interconnected bodies, each representing a distinct layer or frequency of consciousness. Each of these bodies corresponds to a specific level of our manifestation, ranging from the densest, most tangible aspect of our being to the most subtle and divine. First is the physical body, our anchor in the material world, the biological instrument through which we interact with the tangible realm of the 5 senses. Its needs and functions are linked directly to our survival and experience on Earth. Next is the etheric body, often called the energetic or vital body. This is a subtle, luminous template that perfectly mirrors the physical form. It is responsible for our vitality and life force, the very chi or prana that animates our cells. It acts as a crucial bridge, a vibrational conduit between the dense physical body and the higher, more refined realms of our being. The third layer is the astral body, the very vehicle of our out-of-body explorations. This is the body of emotions, deep-seated desires, and powerful sensations. It is a fluid, vibrant form that reflects our inner emotional landscape, a world of feeling that exists independently of physical stimulus. Beyond this lies the lower mental body, the seat of our intellect, our capacity for logical reasoning, and our analytical thought processes. It is the architect of the structured, linear thinking that helps us navigate our day-to-day lives. Then we have the higher mental body, a more refined layer of thought connected not to logic, but to profound intuition, abstract concepts, and archetypal ideas. This is the source of our moments of sudden insight and creative genius, a connection to the universal mind. The sixth is the Buddhic body, sometimes referred to as the spiritual body. This is a transcendent layer of consciousness, linked directly to the experience of universal, unconditional love, profound compassion, and the stirrings of enlightenment. It is the part of us that recognizes the inherent oneness of all life. Finally, we have the Atmic body, the highest and most subtle of all our forms. It is the pure carrier of divine consciousness, the ultimate spark of the Creator within us, our direct link to the source of all existence. Each of these bodies vibrates at its own unique frequency, allowing it to interact with different dimensions or planes of existence. Together, they form the magnificent, holistic totality of our being. In the act of astral projection, it is the astral body that temporarily and safely separates from the physical body, enabling our conscious awareness to explore the subtle dimensions, most notably the realm known as the astral world. During this remarkable phenomenon, the denser physical and etheric bodies remain in a state of rest, like a carefully parked vehicle, while the subtler bodies, especially the astral and mental, become the active focus of our experience. This phenomenon is entirely natural and, in truth, occurs far more frequently than most of us realize. How many times have you had a fleeting sensation of floating while drifting off to sleep, or experienced a vivid dream in which you were observing yourself from outside your own body? These moments are often signs of spontaneous, unconscious projections. The fundamental difference is that when we consciously and deliberately seek out the experience of astral projection, we bring with us the invaluable gifts of lucidity, intention, and control. The oldest known accounts of conscious detachment from the physical form appear in the sacred texts of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians believed that the Ka, a subtle and vital aspect of the human soul, could undertake incredible journeys into the realm of the gods and then safely return to the physical body. In the philosophical tradition of Hermeticism, astral projection is regarded as a fundamental tool for profound self-knowledge, a sacred practice that allows for the expansion of consciousness far beyond the perceived limits of the material world. As the renowned researcher William Bullman aptly stated, "The physical body is merely a veil. The true journey occurs beyond matter." This extraordinary ability is not an exclusive privilege reserved for mystics, shamans, or yogis. Anyone who is willing to invest sincere effort, time, and discipline can cultivate and develop this innate capacity. The phenomenon typically occurs within an altered state of consciousness, most often in the liminal space between full wakefulness and deep sleep, a state where the physical body achieves complete relaxation while the mind remains clear, alert, and focused. Many people confuse astral projection with lucid dreaming, but there exists an essential and critical difference between the two. In lucid dreams, our consciousness is active and aware, but we exist within a reality that is fundamentally created and sustained by our own subconscious mind. It is a personal, internal world. In astral projection, however, our consciousness moves into a real, objective plane of existence, the astral plane, which has its own independent reality, structure, and inhabitants. This plane is often described by travelers as a vibrant, fluid, and highly malleable world where the familiar laws of time and space operate under entirely different principles. There, one can experience the exhilarating freedom of flight, pass effortlessly through solid walls, meet with the consciousness of people who are physically distant, and even access vast records of knowledge that transcend our limited, earthly reality. Experienced projectors consistently report profound encounters with spiritual beings, visits to breathtaking ethereal cities, and deeply transformative experiences of healing, learning, and spiritual growth. So, why would one pursue the path of astral projection? For many, this phenomenon serves as a powerful and direct means to expand their consciousness beyond the narrow confines of what is commonly believed to be real. Perhaps most profoundly, it is a direct antidote to the primal fear of death. When you experience for yourself, with full lucidity, that you are infinitely more than your physical body, you come to an unshakable understanding that life is an eternal continuum, and that death is merely a transition from one state of being to another. Additionally, astral projection allows you to explore the hidden dimensions of the universe, receive direct teachings and guidance from spiritual mentors, and view your own life from a much broader, more expansive, and cosmic perspective. It is important to emphasize that astral projection is an intensely personal and non-transferable experience. Each person experiences it in their own unique way, shaped by their individual beliefs, energetic vibrations, and the clarity of their intention. However, the path to achieving it is universal and accessible to all who approach it with sincerity. The journey requires patience, diligent practice, and a willingness to surrender to the experience. In the sections to come, we will delve deeply into the specific techniques and preparations necessary for experiencing conscious astral projection. But for now, hold this truth in your heart. The key to this incredible journey begins with a sincere, heartfelt desire to expand your consciousness and explore the magnificent dimensions that patiently await you beyond the veil of the physical world. As Carlos Castaneda wrote of his transformative encounters with the shaman Don Juan, the true traveler knows there are worlds beyond the imaginable, and that the body is merely a temporary anchor for our essence. Prepare yourself, for this journey is only just beginning. The astral plane is a vibrational dimension that exists parallel to our own, a realm beyond the constraints of physical reality, where dense matter gives way to the flow of subtle energy and the creative power of pure consciousness. Unlike our material world, where the unyielding laws of linear time and three-dimensional space govern our every experience, the astral plane is a fluid and responsive environment shaped directly by the mind and emotions. In this realm, thoughts manifest as tangible forms, feelings generate entire landscapes, and the power of imagination becomes a real, creative force. As the great esotericist Eliphas Levi stated, the visible universe has invisible roots, and the astral plane is the matrix where the events of matter are first molded. When we enter the astral plane, we encounter a reality that is simultaneously objective and subjective. It is objective because there are established locations, structures, and conscious beings that exist there independently of your personal imagination. They are real and accessible to any conscious projector who tunes into their frequency. It is subjective because your own perception, your emotional state, and your mental focus directly influence what you see and how you interact with this dynamic environment. Traveling through the astral plane is an ineffable experience that defies easy description. The senses expand in ways that are difficult to comprehend. Vision becomes panoramic and incredibly sharp. Colors are more vivid and possess a luminous quality unseen on Earth, and sounds have an almost musical harmony to them. There is no sensation of weight or physical limitation. You can float effortlessly, fly at incredible speeds, or pass through solid-looking structures as if they were made of mist. It is a realm where three-dimensional logic dissolves, giving way to a state of absolute freedom and boundless potential. For the experienced traveler, it is possible to be in multiple places almost simultaneously, to travel to distant locations in the blink of an eye, as space itself bends and molds according to the projector's focused desire. Yet, the most fascinating aspect of this plane is not its malleable structure, but what can be found within it. Landscapes of breathtaking beauty, encounters with beings of pure light, shadowy zones that test one's courage, and experiences of learning and growth that transcend any earthly expectation. The landscapes of the astral plane vary immensely, shaped by both the collective energies of humanity and the individual vibrations of its inhabitants. There are vibrant, breathtaking places that seem to have been drawn from a celestial dream, vast, luminous fields of flowers that stretch to a distant horizon, ethereal temples built from translucent and radiant materials, and living forests where the trees themselves emit a soft light, and the leaves whisper subtle, intelligent songs to the wind. There are serene oceans with crystalline, translucent waters that reflect infinite starscapes, golden mountains that radiate a palpable warmth and life force, and entire cities arranged in impossible geometric structures that defy all known laws of physics. As the great theosophical scholar C.W. Leadbeater wrote, "There are regions in the universe that shine like invisible jewels, places where truth is clear and learning is eternal. These sublime regions exist on the astral plane, open and available to those who know how to seek them with a pure heart and a high vibration. However, just as there are these sublime and heavenly places, there are also dense and heavy zones, dark and somber environments created by the accumulated energy of negative thoughts and unprocessed emotions. These regions are often known as the astral threshold or the lower astral zones. They are characterized by chaotic and unsettling scenery, desolate, barren landscapes, decaying and nightmarish cities, and distorted, crumbling structures where a palpable darkness seems to dominate. It is important to understand that these areas are not inherently dangerous in the physical sense, but they represent the energetic resonances of fear, guilt, anger, and trauma, both from individual souls and from the collective consciousness of humanity. While exploring the astral plane, you will inevitably encounter a vast and diverse variety of beings. Some of these may be fleeting, temporary creations of the human mind, known as thought forms figures, that emerge from someone's powerful imagination or intense emotions. But most of the beings you will meet are entities with their own independent consciousness, the native inhabitants of this subtle dimension. First, there are the light beings. These are highly elevated, benevolent entities whose presence is immediately felt as a gentle warmth, an inexplicable sense of profound peace, and a radiant light that exudes unconditional love. They are often the spiritual guides, teachers, and masters who help projectors orient themselves, learn from their journey, and remain safe. They usually appear in places of high vibration and are easily recognizable by the overwhelming sense of welcome, wisdom, and safety they inspire. It is also very common to encounter disembodied spirits, the consciousness of human beings who are inhabiting this dimension after the death of their physical body. These spirits can exist in many different states of consciousness, depending on their level of spiritual evolution and the circumstances surrounding their death. Some remain deeply attached to earthly emotions or situations, such as old grudges, persistent fears, or unfulfilled desires. Others, who are more spiritually evolved, use the astral plane as a temporary, transitional stage before ascending to even higher dimensions or choosing to reincarnate for further learning. These disembodied spirits can interact with astral projectors, sometimes offering teachings and insights, or in some cases, seeking help to resolve their own unfinished business so they can move toward the light. It is crucial for projectors to be prepared for these interactions, maintaining emotional balance and a high personal vibration to avoid being negatively influenced. Practices such as prayer, meditation, and forming a shield of protective energy are highly recommended to prevent unwanted contact with lower vibration entities, which are sometimes called obsessors. Despite these potential challenges, encounters with spirits on the astral plane can be profound opportunities for mutual learning and spiritual service. Meeting a departed loved one on the astral plane is also a common, deeply moving, and profoundly emotional experience for many projectors. On the other hand, there are also less evolved entities that possess denser, lower vibrations. They typically inhabit the lower zones of the astral plane and are often attracted to similar discordant energies in others. As the British occultist Dion Fortune taught, energetic affinity is the key to all dimensions. Elevated vibrations attract light. Dense vibrations attract darkness. These beings should not be feared, as your protection is ultimately determined by the frequency of your own vibration. Maintaining positive thoughts, a feeling of love, and a strong connection with your own inner light are the most powerful ways to repel any dissonant or unwanted energy. The extreme malleability of astral matter allows conscious entities who are skilled in manipulating these energies to manifest forms that reflect their inner states or intentions. Some may use this plasticity to deceive or manipulate inexperienced projectors, assuming appearances designed to inspire trust, fear, or curiosity. For example, a lower entity might present itself as a deceased loved one, a revered spiritual guide, or even a divine figure, seeking to exploit the beliefs and emotional vulnerabilities of the projector. A helpful tip from experienced travelers: if you ever find yourself in such an uncertain situation, always try to look directly and unflinchingly into the entity's eyes. A disguised or malevolent being will almost always do everything possible to avoid direct, sustained eye contact. Remember, the eyes are truly the window to the soul. Despite these challenges, among the most common and rewarding astral projection experiences are meaningful encounters with one's own spiritual guides and visits to sacred places that exist entirely beyond the realm of matter. One can visit vast astral libraries filled with a wisdom that transcends anything imaginable. It is here that we can potentially access the Akashic records, the universal archives that are said to contain the entire history of every soul and of the cosmos itself. This, my friend, is the true hidden library. Some projectors report hearing sublime celestial music, seeing intricate threads of light interweaving in a cosmic dance, and feeling the overwhelming, loving presence of the All, the universal consciousness that permeates every corner of the universe. Another profound experience is that of spiritual learning, which often takes place in astral temples or schools where great masters share deep teachings. This knowledge is often understood intuitively and non-linearly, and much of this information is commonly lost upon returning to the rational, waking brain. However, with consistent practice, it becomes possible to retain and assimilate more of this wisdom over time. The astral plane is, above all, a vast and dynamic field for learning and evolution. Every single experience within it has a purpose, whether it is to awaken your consciousness, to connect you with universal truth, or to help you overcome your deepest fears and limitations. It reveals, in a direct and undeniable way, that death is not the end but merely a transition, and that life is far more vast, mysterious, and magnificent than we can possibly imagine from our limited physical perspective. Exploring the astral plane with respect, love, and a clear, noble purpose allows you not only to discover a new universe, but also to reconnect with the deepest, most eternal, and most divine part of yourself. The silver cord, in turn, is the essential energetic link that connects the physical body to the projected astral body. It is consistently described by projectors as a luminous, elastic, silver or glowing thread that extends from the vicinity of the heart or head of the physical body to the projected astral body. Its primary function is to keep the astral traveler tethered to their physical form, ensuring the safe and automatic return of their consciousness. Many ancient traditions and modern researchers affirm that this cord is unbreakable during life, severing only at the definitive moment of physical death. Contrary to popular fears and misconceptions, there is absolutely no danger of getting lost on the astral plane or of being unable to return to your body. The return to the physical body is a natural and immediate process, often triggered by a simple thought, a sudden noise in the physical environment, or the desire to wake up. As Sylvan Muldoon, a pioneer in the modern study of projection, described, the silver cord functions as a vibrational anchor, pulling you back to your origin whenever necessary. Understanding the nature of the astral plane and the function of the silver cord provides a profound sense of security to the aspiring projector. It becomes clear that although you are exploring subtle, mysterious, and fascinating realities, there is always an unbreakable, life-sustaining connection to the material realm. This certainty is what frees you from fear, allowing for a deeper, more meaningful, and truly transformative experience. Before you can travel through the astral plane, before you can feel that gentle, liberating detachment from the physical body, there is a crucial phase that separates a successful, lucid experience from a frustrated attempt: preparation. Astral projection is not merely a mechanical technique, it is a profound state of consciousness, a delicate and precise fine-tuning between your body, mind, and spirit. Imagine yourself as a finely crafted musical instrument. If the strings are not properly tuned, the music you attempt to play will be dissonant and chaotic. Similarly, your physical body and your mind need to be in a state of perfect harmony and balance for your consciousness to rise and explore the subtle realms. This preparation is not limited to the few minutes just before you attempt to project. It is a continuous, ongoing process, a daily cultivation of discipline, mental clarity, and deep self-knowledge. In this section, we will explore the fundamental steps that will prepare you to experience a conscious, safe, and transformative projection. Deep relaxation, clear intention, a suitable environment, and healthy energetic habits will be the foundational pillars of this sacred journey. As the Hermetic magician Eliphas Levi once said, "Before mastering the invisible, one must master oneself." Astral projection requires a balanced and vibrant state of personal energy. Cultivating healthy daily habits, such as a nutritious diet, adequate rest, and regularly engaging in activities that raise your personal vibration, are absolutely essential. It is wise to avoid heavy meals, especially for several hours close to the time you plan to project. Light, natural foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains help to maintain your vital energy, or qi, flowing smoothly and freely. It is also important to reduce or eliminate the consumption of stimulants such as caffeine or excessive sugar, as these substances can agitate the nervous system and hinder the deep state of relaxation that is required for projection to occur. The environment where you prepare for your projection should be treated as a sanctuary of peace and profound harmony. Choose a place where you will not be disturbed for any reason, preferably a quiet room with soft, dim lighting, or no lighting at all. Remove any objects from your immediate vicinity that might distract your mind or pull your attention back to the mundane world. If you wish, you can light a gentle, calming incense, such as sandalwood or lavender, both of which are known to help purify the energetic environment and induce a state of deep relaxation. Crystals, such as amethyst, for spiritual connection, or clear quartz for amplifying intention, can be placed near your body or under your pillow, as they are believed to assist in energetic elevation and stabilization. Another vital practice is to energetically protect the environment before you begin. Sit or lie down and visualize a brilliant, powerful sphere of white or golden light, completely surrounding the entire space, from the ceiling to the floor, and all around the walls. See this light as a shield, warding off any dense, discordant, or unwanted energies. Clearly and firmly affirm in your mind or aloud that this light is an anchor of divine protection and serenity, and that within this sacred space there is only peace, only love, and only goodness. As the ancient Hermetic teaching says, the exterior is a reflection of the interior. When you harmonize your external environment, your inner mind will naturally follow the same flow. The physical body is, in a sense, like a cage for consciousness. For your awareness to detach and reach the astral plane, this cage must be gently and willingly opened. The very first step, therefore, is to achieve a state of complete and total relaxation of the physical body. Lie down on your back in a comfortable position, ideally in a quiet, dark place. Your hands should rest gently at your sides, palms facing up or down, and your feet should be slightly apart. Close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply, slowly, and rhythmically. Here, you can employ the powerful technique of progressive relaxation. Start by bringing your focus to your feet. Consciously tense all the muscles in your feet for a few seconds. And then, as you exhale, completely release them. With each subsequent exhalation, imagine the weight of your body dissolving, part by part. Slowly, methodically, move your attention up through your legs, your hips, your abdomen, your arms, your shoulders, and finally, to your face. Feel the tiny muscles around your eyes relaxing, your eyes softening in their sockets, and your jaw releasing any tension it may be holding. In this deeply relaxed state, your physical body will begin to seem to disappear from your awareness. You will no longer feel the weight of your limbs or the usual aches and tensions. This creates the ideal physiological conditions for the astral body to begin its natural process of detaching from the physical form. While the physical body must be in a state of deep, sleep-like relaxation, the mind must remain calm, clear, and sharply focused. This is a common stumbling block for many beginners. Even when the body is perfectly relaxed, the mind often remains restless, filled with a chaotic stream of scattered thoughts, worries, and plans. Here, the practice of meditation becomes an absolutely fundamental and indispensable tool. The regular, daily practice of meditation teaches the mind how to enter quieter, more receptive states of being on command. Before you attempt your projection, take at least 10 to 15 minutes to simply observe your breath. Allow your thoughts to pass by like clouds in the sky, without judging them or holding on to any particular one. As I have mentioned in a previous discussion, there is no true magician who does not meditate. Throughout history, countless authors, spiritualists, and researchers have presented a variety of methods and techniques designed to facilitate a conscious unfolding, enabling one's consciousness to safely detach from the physical body and explore the vast astral plane. In this final section, you will learn about some of the main techniques that have successfully helped thousands of practitioners worldwide to consciously experience this incredible phenomenon. First, we have the rope technique. This technique, which was developed and popularized by the researcher Robert Bruce in his seminal work Astral Dynamics, is one of the most popular among conscious projectors due to its relative simplicity and high rate of effectiveness. Here is how to perform it. While lying down with your eyes closed and your body deeply relaxed, imagine a long, invisible rope hanging down from the ceiling directly above you. In your mind's eye, feel your non-physical, energetic hands reach up and grasp this imaginary rope. Begin to mentally pull yourself upward, hand over hand, climbing the rope with a gradual, steady motion. It is absolutely crucial that this entire movement is purely mental. Your physical body must remain completely still and perfectly relaxed. Focus all of your attention on the vivid sensation of ascending, as if you are literally climbing out of your physical body. Over time, with consistent practice, this focused mental action can trigger a powerful sensation of floating, lightness, and eventually lead to the full, conscious detachment of your astral body from the physical. Next is the vibrational state technique, or VS. This technique is widely considered to be one of the most powerful and effective approaches for achieving conscious astral projection. It was popularized by the prolific researcher Waldo Vieira in his extensive works. The vibrational state is a natural bioenergetic phenomenon that is inherent to every human being. It involves the intentional intensification of the flow of your subtle energy through all the chakras and energetic channels that are distributed throughout your biological body. This process results in the full activation of your personal energy field, which is evidenced by the distinct internal sensation of vibration from which the technique gets its name. The VS occurs when the body's subtle energy begins to move at an incredibly rapid rate, creating distinct physical sensations of electrical pulses, intense tingling, or subtle waves of energy that travel up and down the length of your body. This sensation is a natural and positive sign, indicating that the energetic body is primed and ready for projection. Waldo Vieira describes the VS as a bioenergetic phenomenon that enables the release of the energetic body and the lucid disconnection between the physical body and the astral body. To induce the vibrational state, lie down comfortably, preferably in a quiet and silent environment with soft or dim lighting. Completely relax your body, consciously releasing every single muscle from your feet all the way to your head. Practice deep and rhythmic breathing. Slowly inhale through your nose, feeling your lungs fill completely, and then exhale gently and fully through your mouth. Let your breathing become increasingly natural and light, allowing your body to sink into a deep state of profound relaxation. With your eyes closed, focus your undivided attention on the energy within your own body. Imagine this energy flowing upward from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, like a warm wave of light or electricity. Then, reverse the flow, directing the energy downward from your head back to your feet. Continue this cyclical movement as if you are sweeping your entire body with your own focused energy. Gradually, begin to increase the speed of this energetic movement. Imagine the waves becoming faster, more frequent, and more intense, until your entire physical body is filled with uniform, continuous, and powerful vibrations. When the vibrations reach their peak and stabilize, maintain a calm and alert mind. At this precise moment, you may begin to feel the distinct lightness of your astral body and the imminent sensation of detachment. Focus on your clear intention to leave your body, allowing the separation to occur naturally and without force. Common sensations during the VS include intense tingling, or waves of energy coursing through the body, a sense of expansion or lightness, buzzing or humming internal sounds, and the distinct impression of floating or spinning. These sensations are natural and should be embraced without any fear or resistance. The more relaxed and focused you remain, the easier it will be to maintain the VS until a conscious projection occurs. The vibrational state not only facilitates astral projection but also serves as a powerful technique for energetic cleansing and healing. It helps to dissolve energetic blockages, thus harmonizing the physical, energetic, and astral bodies. Furthermore, the regular practice of the VS strengthens your energetic control, enabling you to explore the astral plane with greater lucidity, confidence, and security. As Waldo Vieira said, mastering the vibrational state is the foundation of conscious projection and energetic self-mastery. Finally, there is the interrupted alarm technique. This technique is based on strategically using the natural sleep cycle and the deliberate interruption of that cycle to leverage the powerful altered states of consciousness that occur immediately after waking up. Here is how to do it. Before going to sleep for the night, set an alarm to wake you up after approximately 4 to 6 hours of sleep. When the alarm rings, force yourself to get up for a few minutes. You can walk around, drink some water, or read a few pages of a book. The goal is to become fully conscious. Then, lie down again with the clear and firm intention to astrally project. During this period of returning to sleep, your mind will be in a highly receptive and unique state, one that is extremely conducive to conscious detachment. This technique takes advantage of the hypnagogic state, that magical, fleeting moment between wakefulness and deep sleep, as a natural gateway to the astral plane. During your initial attempts at astral projection, it is perfectly natural to experience only partial sensations, such as a feeling of floating or subtle vibrations in the body. You may also hear strange but harmless sounds, such as buzzing, popping noises in your ears, or muffled, distant voices. All of these are positive signs that your consciousness is beginning to detach from its physical anchor. Do not be afraid. As Sylvan Muldoon once said, fear is the greatest block for the projector. Trust the process implicitly and allow yourself to explore these new sensations, even if it initially feels like nothing more than a very lucid dream. With time and consistent practice, you will learn to project with increasing consciousness, clarity, and control. However, always remember to ask for protection from your higher self or spiritual guides before engaging in any out-of-body practice. The universe respects the free will of every being, so divine protection is most powerfully granted to those who consciously request it. It is also highly recommended that you keep a projection journal. Write down every single detail you can remember upon waking, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. Record everything you can recall from your experiences. Small signs, such as a sensation of floating or finding yourself in an unfamiliar but realistic environment, are valuable clues that chart your progress. Astral projection is a key not only to exploring unknown dimensions, but also to awakening to the profound truth of the soul's immortality. This journey requires patience, courage, and dedicated practice, but every single step is worth the effort. If you have enjoyed this guide, please share your questions or your own experiences in the comments below. Like this video to help us reach others, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the many secrets of the invisible world. Thank you for watching.